When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Start this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
And this was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Wants to keep it in the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Wants to fire on second down. This time he's got it. Oh, a lot of space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Message sent. Not only did I just stick him, I'm going to give him a few words like, hey, listen, bud, you want to take off and scramble? I got plenty more where that came from. Great job on the defense, setting the tone with some physicality.
This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on. They get enough rush, and it pays off. sack at the 20.
Hey, third down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, fourth down coming.
Good, right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Law. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Gets it out fast. After the filthy move, he's got room. Oh, he found a space. Touchdown, Kentucky! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Back open in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Looking for a crease, it's Robinson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to surprise him with the pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Wide open spaces. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They go to the ground. Hard running there. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, and you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the line.
Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate. And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
This possession from their own 20. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. QB draw. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Now, I tell you, Auburn is known for playmakers on defense, and one guy who could have a massive impact on a turnaround is Keldrick Faulk. David, 7 sacks a year ago, could be a top 10 pick next year.
Yeah, it's just so fun. It seems like Auburn finds these guys every...
He's going for it all. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played 1. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming.
Kentucky 7, Auburn 3.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hit as he throws. Makes the grab. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires it down the seam. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Punts it out of the air. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Give to the single back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Here comes the heat. He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Finds a tight end, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Yeah, and they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think. So O-line's got to step up.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Here's the handoff. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles get in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats. Effective offense has led the way, but a most most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Good separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continued to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Wuerffel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't rule anything out here today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Unloads it left. Got his man. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lost one down the sideline. Snags it on the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Auburn!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. At the 45 on his way. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Kentucky. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
On the move, it's Robinson. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, become a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big boy.
Under fire. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The run to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
This offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Yeah, I tell you what, these big body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard, you got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
To the air on first down. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Snags it. And he won't be able to get it as the defense gets him down at the 1. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Run it with the fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
No monkey business. 1st down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
From the gun. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
8-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit.
On to punt it away.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced the punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
Quick handoff. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, they knock it free. And he gets back on top of it, and a first disaster. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down and came up a little short. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short. That means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Turning it on. Turning on the Jets. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on 1st down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
High Trying to change now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught over the middle, it's Singleton. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Simmons. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Now from inside the red zone. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Picked off! What a play by this defense! That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. It's one thing to execute